Yeah, it's definitely a great time in my life. 14, a tight end. Best tight end in school history.
We got a tight end?
We got a tight end this high at number 14. A guy that was first team All-State in 2017. A guy that had the school record before Camden Perry broke it with 22 total touchdowns in a career. And that is Jaylin Brown. Jaylin Brown is the number 14 player on the list. We talked about Jalen Carr last week. And we talked about, his big plays against Klein Collins in that third-round game in 2017. Jaylin Brown makes 2 catches in that game that are game changers. The biggest one that he caught to me was the one right before halftime. And Haynes King, and really, Haynes King's career is throwing that bitch up and guys are going to go get it for him. And that's the one thing that Haynes always does. That's the best thing that Haynes does. Some people don't like it. Some people think it looks a little scary sometimes. I'm not thinking that. I think Haynes is just giving his guys a chance to make a play. And when you got dudes like Jaylin Brown going up to catch the ball over 3 people, coming down, catching it, and showing emotion. The one thing that he never really did was like ever get emotional or get high or low or anything, but to let out a big loud cheer and just be as excited as he was to catch that pass. Man, first team All-State caught 31 passes for 638 yards and 13 touchdowns from the tight end position. Those are receiver numbers.
Yes,
that's more yards than receivers had in the middle of the 2000s. So that's a huge senior year where he went first team All-State. He put on an All-State performance as a junior. Honorable mention All-State as a junior. 13 catches, 9 went for touchdowns.
God damn.
This was in 2016 playing with Galen Wiley and one of the more inept offenses that we had. So, what is stop it. Don't have to say gas. It's okay. No. We're not going to do it. And then he played a little bit as a sophomore. He made 3 catches as a sophomore. So, as for a career, 47 catches, over 800 yards and 22 touchdowns for a guy that played tight end. And the good thing about him playing tight end, guess what he could do? Block.
Word.
And that's super important for King's offense. Fullbacks and tight ends are super important for what King likes to do, running the power, running the dive, running the different plays. And Jaylin Brown was as complete as they come.
Right.
And I have no hesitation saying he's the best tight end in school history.
No doubt. I'm with you on that. My favorite play from him was the one you just got to talking about.
Yeah.
Klein Collins. Haynes just throw the ball up, and 3 people was around him, and somehow he comes down with the ball. And he gives me Kawhi Leonard vibes. If he was around the kid,
wow, that's a hell of a comparison.
He kind of looked like him, but yeah, his demeanor is kind of like, I'm just here to do my job. He's not one of those guys that'll be on the sideline being rowdy or it's like it was all business for him. And then when he went on that field, the man had his suit and tie, so he definitely was about that business. If you want to regard him as the top tight end in our history, I'm with you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad you guys got your support right there.
Yeah.
You remember those MTV videos where they do bubble pop-ups?
Yeah.
And like the whole video, they're just doing little neat facts about the video or something?
Yeah.
I feel like we should have a bubble pop-up for number 13.
Okay.
Because this is one of the most interesting facts. I don't know if you know this.
Let me hear it.
They're brothers. 13 and 14 are brothers.
Okay.
Have the same day.
Say, okay. Who is it?
Ty